It's Stewardship Sunday. This is a chance for us to celebrate the amazing things that God has done and is doing at Zion. And it's a chance for us to commit ourselves to what God will do in the year to come, to build up the kingdom of God right here in this corner of Queens.
Looking back over these 20 months of pandemic, we can see how Zion has grown as a community of faith.
We've gathered outside for worship, for solace and contemplation on the labyrinth, and to break bread together.
Our Zoom worship has brought us closer even as we've been apart, although it has had its challenges.
We apologize that we had some technical difficulties.
Thanks for your understanding with our technical difficulties.
We found creative ways to bless each other's homes, to breathe together, even to put on a virtual Christmas pageant.
Wow.
We shared stories of how we're encountering God in new ways. Speaking of new things, this summer we built out the infrastructure for hybrid worship and pulled together an amazing volunteer AV club, so our worship can fully include people in the sanctuary and people at home or far away.
We've connected in new ways in small groups, for book clubs, Bible study, for sacred conversations about race. We've shared our struggles and our hopes in supportive, prayerful settings like How to Do Nothing and Discerning Together groups.
After months of Bible stories and silly songs on Zoom, we're delighted that it's safe for Zion's children to meet together in person. And we're so grateful for the Sunday school teachers that make that time of learning and growing together possible.
Speaking of kids, we're launching a new children's choir today, led by our new music director,
Supergirl, also known as Dr. Andrea Lodge.
It's so wonderful to sing together and to be lifted by the sacred sounds of the Zion Choir under her direction.
We walked with our seminarian through his ordination, and we called Father Carl to keep on growing and sharing his gifts as our assistant rector.
So we've grown and keep growing as a community of faith. And during these past 20 months, we've also grown as a community with a mission.
We are emerging as a leader in the Douglaston Little Neck community. We've gathered neighbors and community partners to have fun together with our Strawberry Festival and our Halloween drive-thru.
And we've made space to grieve together, to honor those we've lost during these terrible, tumultuous times, to hear the good news that God walks with us through the darkest valley and draws us always toward deeper, richer life together.
As a community with a mission, we stand up for justice. We've protested against anti-Asian violence in our community, and we've taken a stand in favor of the proposed shelter on Northern Boulevard for women experiencing homelessness. We've articulated God's dream of a world where the most vulnerable are at the center of the community, and everyone gets the care they need.
And we've acted to make that dream a reality. We partnered with RIP Medical Debt to forgive $1.1 million in unpayable medical debt for those most burdened by it.
We organized the first and only diaper bank in Queens, collecting more than 20,000 diapers and almost 4,000 tampons and pads for our neighbors.
We hosted a bi-weekly community food share this spring, in partnership with the Douglaston Local Development Corporation, Community Church of Douglaston, and La Jornada Food Pantry.
We started our own container garden to grow food for Common Point Queens, and we also gave more than $3,500 to address food insecurity in memory of Walter Wintage, a fellow parishioner whose legacy of generosity keeps on inspiring us.
As we turn toward the season of Advent, we trust in the promise that God often appears in unexpected places and works in ways that to us seem upside down or backwards.
And we trust that God is always bringing new life to birth, is always making more room in our hearts, is always remaking this broken world into a kingdom of justice and peace where everybody can flourish.
As the Zion community, we just want to be a part of that.
And we're so blessed that we get to be a part of it together.
With all the time, talent, and treasure that we bring.
Here's to the next year of being Christ's hands and heart in this world.